Good morning, everyone. So it's Monday morning right now. It's about 7 o'clock, so it's getting pretty dark early in the morning. It's pretty chilly out this morning. It's probably about 35 degrees or so. It's warmed up a little. We had a frost last night. Nothing too hard. The truck window didn't even have frost on it, but there's a little bit of frost here on the bed and stuff. So just a little frost. So we're starting that project today. That retaining wall for like the little parking pad thing. So it's kind of a little backward seeming, but the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get the truck, hook onto the dump trailer. We're gonna go get probably 2 to 3 yards of topsoil, bring that out to the job, and then come back here once it's warmed up a little. I gotta do a little work to the tractor here. I think it was on one of the other videos, but this tire is like flat, so it's got a hole in it. But for now, I'm just gonna get it pumped up and use it like that, so it should be fine. We'll plug it probably after this job, but I just got to get out. This guy kind of wants the job done within this week, which is pretty feasible. It should be easy enough to do. But at the same time, I'm not really rushing to get it done, just because we're in the time of year where it's a little bit slower into things, and I don't really need a rush, and I'd rather not. So we're gonna just kind of work on it, not work so hard that we gotta work our tails off. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go get that 2 or 3 yards of topsoil. I gotta decide yet. I'm not 100% sure. I might just get 2 for now, and that probably be enough. Because basically we just gotta spread a little bit of topsoil down on the bottom side of the wall. There's like a walkway type of thing going in there, so we just gotta spread a little bit of topsoil, not much, and then we'll just grab what we need to finish around the walls now, versus waiting. Makes more sense. So ultimately the guy's putting a carport on this, so we're doing like gravel in the middle, like 3/4 gravel with fines in it, obviously, and we're gonna pack that in good in the middle, and then around the edges we're gonna do 3/4 stone, so any of the water that comes off of the top of the canopy or top of the carport will go right into the stone edges and leach down into the perforated pipe that I'm gonna put in there, and ultimately will come out the back side of the wall. So that's the plan. We got to grab the compactor. We're definitely going to need that, so obviously we want to grab that while we have the tractor. It's a lot easier to do that than try to manhandle it into the truck, you know, later on. But the goal for today is to basically hopefully bring the tractor in there, potentially start digging out the wall, and maybe start to lay the base, the gravel base. So yeah, so we're gonna get topsoil, bring topsoil there. It's a little bit of a drive, so it's gonna take quite a bit of the day just trucking stuff. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna come back, get the tractor, the compactor, maybe a couple other hand tools we might need, maybe the wheelbarrow just in case. Then we'll bring all that out. We'll have to come back and get the 3/4 gravel, bring a load of that out, and then we can start digging and prepping for the base. The place where we get the gravel is that way. The job we're going to is the other way. So it's kind of, from the material place to the job's probably, it's probably about 25 minutes. Probably the job's probably 15 minutes or so from here. So it's not too bad, but it is going to take probably at least until lunchtime to get the machine out there, tractor, and then do this stuff. But the reason I want to get it prepped today and try to dig it is because I think I'm going to be renting a machine with a hammer for a little rock that's there, and then I would just get a bucket for it as well to dig out if I can't dig out with a tractor. I'm kind of hoping I can just get away with digging it with the tractor, because then I might just try to rent like a handheld jackhammer to break that rock out. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to get an excavator, and obviously a little cheaper for me to load it into the trailer and stuff. It's really hard by myself, so I am kind of looking into maybe potentially getting rid of the enclosed trailer and getting another like flat deck equipment trailer. I just miss having it. So much easier I don't really need that. I mean, it's good and it's nice to have to bring out on the longer jobs, but I don't really do a lot of long jobs. And I have this for the mower, which I've been using anyways because it's so much easier than towing the big enclosed trailer. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to getting a shorter, maybe 10-12 foot enclosed trailer just to put the mower and stuff in. Like, this is just a 12-foot trailer and it's pretty much perfect, and I don't plan on buying another mower or really getting bigger into mowing as of right now. That's kind of more of just a weekly or bi-weekly, I guess I mow, but that's more just like a bi-weekly kind of thing to maybe pay at least some of the bills just in case if I didn't have any jobs. But we've always had jobs, so yeah, let's get hooked onto this trailer. And the truck's nice and warmed up. I started a while ago, so that's always nice. So let's get hooked onto this trailer. We'll be going reverse. So yeah, today's video, I mean, it's probably not going to be the best. It's going to be a little boring because obviously I got to do a lot of trucking of the stuff in. So if I can get the base done today, more than likely I'm going to go out and grab the block first thing tomorrow morning. So that's the other reason I kind of want to get another flat deck trailer, is because I could take that out there, go get the block on that, and have the trailer sit out there and still be able to use the dump trailer to go get material. That's the only thing that's kind of sucks, is I got to get the block in this dump trailer, so I don't really have a trailer to go and get material if we're using this for the block. And I don't have obviously like a skid steer or anything out on the job to be able to easily unload the block out of the trailer. It's kind of not really an option for me as of right now. And even at the end of the day next year, if we do make another larger purchase, it's going to be an excavator over a skid steer, just because an excavator is a lot more useful. And I do have the little tractor which gets stuff done for me. I mean, obviously I can't really lift a full pallet with the tractor, but I can still move material around the yard very easily with that. And honestly, I think that's better than your skid steer, because I can sit there and run across the yard multiple times without even making any sort of damage at all. Obviously, as long as the yard's dry. And there's obviously jobs that it'd be way nicer to have a skid steer, like larger topsoil jobs, but we get it done always. Might take us slightly longer, but I think we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, really, I've only been in business for, I've been in business technically 4 years, but I've been doing this by myself, or like fully on my own without working for another person, for about 2 years now. Well, this is coming up on the end of the second year, so yeah, I mean, we're doing good overall. So yeah, so we might be getting rid of that. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. So all right, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll go get some topsoil and we'll get this day started. This is a project we're working on here. So some of you who may have been watching my videos since like last year, you might recognize this place. So I did all these steps here for the guy towards the beginning of last year. Then we came in and added this little bit here, settled down a little. I'm gonna fix this up, I think, for him. But it's hard. This deck also picks up when it frosts, so like you can see here, the 4x4 is still level with it, but the pavers are a little lower, so this whole deck kind of picked up here. But yeah, and this, I don't know, this deck really should probably get replaced at some point soon. It's pretty old and rotten. But we do mow this. Obviously there's like a little tiny bit of lawn up through here, so I put all this lawn in. I didn't plant it, so the guy wanted clover, so he planted the clover himself. I just put the topsoil. We do have a bit of erosion going on here, which, I mean, it's to be expected. It's pretty decent slope right here with just topsoil on it. The topsoil sat for all last winter without getting seeded, so that's not really on me, that's more him. So I'll fix that too if he wants it, but I did grind a stump that was under there, so we did that. But yeah, these steps are still looking decent. I'm gonna ask the guy too while I'm here if he wants me to do a fall cleanup, because that's what we did last year. When I was here working towards the fall, I ended up doing a cleanup for him as well. So this one's real easy. Just blow these leaves over into there, these ones over into there, and then along the side over there. But yeah, the video last year we did topsoil right along here and along these edges a little better because it settled. But we're also we're gonna bring some topsoil. That's why I got topsoil too now, is we're gonna put a little topsoil in this area over here, and then coming down from up there where the wall is going to be, is we're going to do some stepping stones, and then we'll put topsoil around those as well, so they have a nicer looking area over in here. So the wall is going to start basically at the corner of the house right there, where that downspout is. Come across here and go right up through here. We're leaving that stump there. We are taking this rock out over here, so I've been thinking about this more. I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely not coming out without being hammered, so I might see if I can get a bigger handheld one, or I'll have to bring a machine with a hammer in, which I really don't want to have to do just for this little rock, but we'll do what we got to do. So I brought in 3 yards of gravel, 3/4 gravel, and 3 yards of 3/4 stone. So that'll be enough to get us started. We're going to need more gravel for the parking area, because this is all going to be gravel in here inside the wall. Pretty much over to the sidewalk, I believe. Maybe might be leaving a little bit of topsoil in here, but the main issue with that rock too is that this is an Airbnb, so it's kind of hard to see, so people have hit it, so he just wants to get it removed while I'm already in here working. So our wall is going to start probably right in here, go down through this way. And this is going to be our highest point back here, and then we're going to put some steps coming down through the wall, and then there'll be stepping stones down through here, like I said. But yeah, so this will be pretty easy. I think right now I forgot I have a little bit of a time crunch because I have a family thing tonight, so it's about a little after 12:30, so I think I'm going to run, go get the pipe we need to do the drainage on the inside of the wall. So yeah, we're just gonna get some perforated pipe to do drainage, and then we'll have a spout coming out the back side of the wall. I mean, this isn't gonna be a really high wall. It's probably only gonna be about 2 or 3 feet back in here, but we were initially just gonna do a gravel pad here for this, but I told the guy, I was like, there's gonna be quite a few different issues with that once you come that far up back in here, because it needs to be level. Once you're that far up back in here, you're gonna have steep edges going off the sides, off this back side. It's gonna be pretty dangerous to have people trying to walk up and down the gravel and slipping, as well as erosion. So that's one of the main issues too, is once that water's coming off the roof of that carport, it's gonna wash these edges bad. So that's why we're doing on the outside behind the wall. We're filling it all the way up with 3/4 stone, obviously, like you usually would, but we're filling it up with 3/4 stone, and we're just going to leave it exposed 3/4 stone at the top. So then the water coming off the roof of the carport will hit that stone, not splash up gravel onto the car underneath as well. It won't splash up like these sort of fines that are in this gravel onto the cars that park under here. It'll just leach down into there and go into their pipe and head out the back. So yeah, it's a pretty good project. Like I said, this is our last bigger project for this year, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and I already dumped, obviously, and now we're just gonna go get some perforated pipe so we can get this finished up. So guys, we're just getting back to the house here, so pretty perfect timing. As you can see, it's starting to rain. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today, so I just went down to the shed over there, grabbed some concrete pins. So we got those for running the string line and making sure we do a nice level base, and also helps a lot for setting block too. So these we picked up. These are the pavers. I almost forgot to grab them, but luckily I remembered. So these are the pavers for the stepping stones. So those are the same ones that we already had there. So he wanted to use those again. I went ahead and got a 50-foot roll of the corrugated pipe. I got some fittings and stuff too. That's in the truck. But yeah, the only thing, I'm gonna grab a string line, which I believe is inside this trailer. Yeah, I don't even know if I really showed you the inside of the trailer. So yeah, we kind of did it up a little bit. A couple things in here. I built this whole front area. So yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. I don't know. I'm debating whether to sell this trailer or not. It's just kind of, it's nice in a sense, but then at the same time, it's kind of not really useful for me. Especially where I'm pretty much a one-man show. It's kind of, it'd be annoying to just have to tow this trailer out there, have all my tools. I'd rather build some toolboxes and get some toolbox on the side of the truck, and then the truck comes with me anyways. So I'm gonna grab this partial roll of fabric because we're gonna need a little fabric, as well as this string line. I am gonna grab this little torpedo level as well. That'll be nice to have. I don't think I need anything else. I think I should have a hammer. I don't know if I have a hammer in the truck or not. Oh, and that glue actually. Actually, never mind. I don't need the glue for that pipe. But yeah. And the other thing too with having this, when I do smaller jobs, I tend to forget things like the push broom or stuff like that. Which, and honestly, I didn't even know I had a push broom in here. So I bought another one the other day. It is kind of nice for some dry storage, but I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. So nothing. Jeez, I guess the door's a little low. But nothing like certain yet that I'm gonna sell it or not. I'm just was a thought, but I'm gonna see here. So I'm gonna throw the fabric in here. I don't like when the fabric rolls get all wet. It just gets annoying. Yeah, the truck's really a mess. So yeah, that's one thing we're gonna do soon, is clean out this truck. Probably once we finish this job, we'll take a little break from the jobs. Maybe, I don't know. We got it kind of getting tight on time here. We got to get them finished before we get snow. So we'll see. But I do want to get this truck cleaned out on the inside. Take all the stuff out of it that I don't need in it for the winter. Vacuum it all out. Wipe the windows. Wipe everything down. Then it needs an oil change. I mean, I think it's like 500 miles off of needing one, so it should be good for the rest of this job and whatever, whenever I get to it. So I need to do that. I really need to get the truck undercoated. I might just do that myself this year, because even when I've had people do it, clearly they don't do a great job with the bed rotting out like that. I mean, if you really undercoat a truck, it should be fine, should last and not rust like that. And stuff's starting to get rust on the rockers and stuff, which I really want to save this truck. And even next year I'm planning to buy another truck, another truck, but I still want to have this truck and keep and use this truck, have two trucks like I did for most of the summer. I regret selling that truck sometimes, the other one I had, but at the same time it was a 2006 truck, and it was just, I needed, the bed was rotting out on that one too, so that would have needed a flatbed. It needed tires, it needed manifolds soon. It was just started to kind of tumbleweed into things it needed, and it had the V10 engine, which is nice for the power, but at the same time the thing would get like 6 miles to the gallon just driving it, so I was kind of fed up with putting so much gas. And I did run it most of the summer, and this truck more or less sat around for a lot of the summer. I did use it, obviously, I mean, but there was a couple times it sat for even a week or two. But obviously I ran it every once in a while. And I did miss using this truck. This truck's way nicer. It's way more powerful. You know, if I'm just needing to run for stuff at a job, this is way better than that other truck. It was just for fuel mileage and stuff like that. Obviously towing, it's going to get lower fuel mileage, but even towing this trailer fully loaded, I still get about 10 in this truck, so still way better than that other truck. But yeah, so I think it's like 3:30 or so now, so it's about going to be the end of the video for today. Like I said, I have stuff to do with the family, so yeah, we're gonna get on it early tomorrow. I'm gonna try to be to the block place right when they open. I was thinking more about it. I think we only need like a pallet and a half or so of blocks, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, and if I do decide to keep this trailer, I am gonna do some tires on it. It needs tires really bad. That's the other reason I kind of haven't used it a whole lot lately, is just because the tires are getting so bad. I don't want to end up having one of them blow out on me. And even if I decide to sell it, I might just pop the tires off, throw some new ones on, paint the wheels. That'll make it look a lot nicer, and give it a wash. But I may hold on to this thing because I think I paid like $3 for this, so I don't know if I'd even get my money back out of it or not. But it's been a nice trailer, but like I said, it's just big for what we need. So, but yeah, this is going to be the end of the video for today. I will see you guys in the morning, and we'll start laying some block. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe so we can grow this channel. And yeah, thanks guys.